What's up, y'all? This is the one and only chocolate juggler Willie Mack, and you are watching Pinfalls and Pixels, where wrestling meets gaming. Oh, hell yeah, do it up. Best of the both worlds put together in one place. Yeah, you know you gotta check it out. Go on ahead and peep it with your eyeballs. Hey, yeah, bam!
First off, I want to start by saying thank you for the support on my last video, and every other video for that matter. It really means a lot and I truly do appreciate it. Before we dive into this video, I want to make one thing very clear. I'm not a judgmental person. People make mistakes. I make mistakes, and even wrestlers make mistakes. I've also never been the type to let something outside of the ring define how I view someone as a performer. We all deserve second chances, and forgiveness is important. Over and over again, good people make bad choices, but they learn from them. Many go on to make the wrestling business better. Well, maybe except for Jeff Hardy, because destroying an entire pay-per-view is kind of unforgivable. Fans paid good money for those seats. They paid to watch it on TV, and all of them, quite frankly, got scammed. Which brings me back to Just Incredible. Blocking people and silencing victims doesn't really sound like somebody who wants forgiveness. Scamming fans is already one of the lowest things that you can do. Or at least that's what I thought. After my last video, I received an email from somebody who claimed to have managed Just Incredible. Not only did they manage Just Incredible, but they wrote an entire book about their time doing so. The book is called Wrestling with Justice by Nathan Ward. Take this information however you want, but keep in mind, this is a published book. I'll leave a link in the description of the book, and I'll even link a free trial to read it digitally. Today we're going to dive into the Just Incredible parts of the book, the scams, the drugs, and even the death involved in this story. The first mention of Just Incredible in Wrestling with Justice appears in 2008, when Nathan organized a wrestling event featuring multiple wrestlers. He starts detailing this on page 25 in a chapter bluntly titled The Druggies. Nathan describes Just Incredible and his wife as some of the most notorious con artists and drug addicts that he has ever encountered. He mentions Justin's 2 terminations from WWE, which we all knew about, but I don't think any of us knew the full reasons why. According to Nathan, Justin's first firing was due to repeatedly lying to Stephanie McMahon, claiming he would be en route to a chartered flight but never actually leaving his hotel. The second termination was also a pattern of no-shows. So it looks like Justin doesn't just have a history of no-showing local promotions, but also the WWE. Nathan, who lived just one town over from Justin, would then propose a 50-50 split for an appearance at a convention in New Jersey. But Justin would counter with an offer that Nathan couldn't refuse. $150 up front in exchange for a commitment to all bookings for the rest of the year. And I mean, you know what they say, if it seems too good to be true, 9 times out of 10 it is. Nathan met up with Justin at a wrestling dojo to deliver the money. From there, they got into Justin's beat-up Buick, where Nathan met Justin's wife. He would refer to Justin's wife as Amber in the book, though anyone scammed by Justin on PayPal knows her real name is Jill. Nathan then says that within moments the money was used for drugs. Not long after, Justin then asked Nathan for another $160, this time being upfront and saying it was for pills. He promised to repay him with a paycheck from the restaurant where he worked. Now, I have seen comments on X and YouTube that Justin definitely does or did work at a restaurant. which adds a little credibility to Nathan's claims. Nathan would go on to lend Justin over $500 and even put him on a cell phone plan, since Just Incredible didn't even have a phone. The result was a $700 phone bill in the first month. Justin also would then write Nathan 2 checks totaling $460, both of which bounced, because of course they did. Nathan would then attempt to have Justin work off his debt through autograph signings and a shoot interview. The interview, according to Nathan, was subpar, but it did include something very shocking and disturbing. Nathan claims that during the interview, Justin talked about a time he was in Japan with wrestler Jerry Tuite. Now, I have to admit, I'm not very familiar with Jerry, also known as The Wall. But he had an extensive career, wrestling for almost every major promotion including WCW, ECW, and TNA. In the interview, Just Incredible would claim that he had his wife overnight him some pills to Japan. He then shared those pills with Jerry. The next day, Jerry was found in his hotel room dead. Now, I did look this up on Wikipedia, and Jerry did die in Japan. The official cause of death was listed as a heart attack, but a citation notes that nothing was conclusive. Further research shows that Jerry and Justin actually tag teamed together the night before Jerry's death. So to me, this really doesn't seem like some made-up claim that Nathan made out of thin air. There seems to be some truth to this. In the interview, Justin would allegedly say that he wished the pills got lost in the mail. For Just Incredible to openly discuss his involvement in giving Jerry pills the night before his passing is at best an incredibly reckless thing to say, and at worst, a chilling insight into what was really going on behind the scenes. Later in the book, Nathan described walking in on Justin and an older woman in a compromising position. The woman would later claim some of her jewelry went missing. Nathan then recounts all of the personal items of his that went missing, like a PSP, cell phones, and even a bottle of pills that he had from an accident. He also claims that one night Justin was drinking and taking Xanax, trying to fight him. Later, Justin's wife Jill would try to escape Justin by hiding in Nathan's hotel room. Justin would storm in, assault Jill, take her cigarettes, and then leave. Nathan later wrote in the book that Justin's dad would find Justin and Jill in a drugged out state. He would then contact the authorities hoping they would force the two into rehab, but the result was the 2 kids being removed from the home. Also, according to Nathan, Justin would be fired from jobs for being dope sick, and even accused him and his wife of food stamp fraud. The book goes into a lot of Justin scamming, forging checks, and becoming heavily dependent on Suboxone. Justin and Jill would spend every dollar on drugs and divide the stashes to hide from each other. Nathan talks about a time when Justin's wife burned her stash on accident when she hid it underneath the stovetop. Further in the book, Nathan recounts times Justin would search ashtrays outside of stores for cigarettes to smoke. The book goes into a lot more of Justin's petty scams and theft, but what stuck out to me was when Nathan questioned Jill's cancer diagnosis. A post from 2018 would say she only had 6 months to live. Nathan claims this was only to elicit financial support and said that Justin often used it as an excuse to no-show events. He says while he could never say for sure, he is 99.9% certain it was fake and that in 2025 she is alive and well. I mean, about as well as you could be for being a junkie, I guess. The breaking point for Nathan would come when one evening he would find syringes and caps across the floor at Justin's house, all while a toddler roamed the home. And that is when Nathan decided he was done with Just Incredible. There's a lot of good stories in this book. Not only Just Incredible stories, but Bret Hart, Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, Mickie James, and more. And not all of the stories in this book are negative. I really recommend checking the book out. Like I said, the link is in the description where you can even use a free trial to read it. The amount of stories from all over the internet and in the comments section of my last video is mind-blowing. But what's also equally as mind-blowing is the amount of people that are unaware of all of this. His peers are unaware. The promotions booking him are unaware. The podcast booking him are unaware. All of the people losing their money are unaware. Nathan emailed me and said that he plans on talking to a district attorney to see if there's anything that they can do about Justin's scams. But I wouldn't hold my breath. And honestly, who cares? He will be a broke loser whether he's in jail or not. I really didn't enjoy making this video and I wasn't motivated to do so. I don't expect Justin Credible to ever change. He is a jabroni and will always be one. I really appreciate everybody watching this video. Be sure to give it a like. Drop a comment if there's anything else you'd like to see a video of. And subscribe. This is Glocky, and I'll see you on the next one.
Because that was the first match against Savio Vega. And they're like, don't worry, Aldo will be there. I'm literally getting dressed, and I was drunk. Putting my stuff on in the car, driving about, I mean, I know you guys do kilometers, but driving very fast. I mean, at least 80 miles an hour.
True that you smuggle some drugs for Shawn Michaels.
Well, it wasn't for Shawn.
Oh, okay.
It was for me.
Fair.
I was doing cocaine.